Welcome to Hindu News. Thanks for joining us today.
Today we're overviewing Brahman and what Hindus believe about him.
Brahman is the Hindus' major god. They believe that everything is part of Brahman.
But that still gives us a question.
They say that when you're born to caste, you stay in that caste until you die.
If you live a good life in your caste, then you move up a caste.
For example, if you're untouchable and you live a good life, and when you die, you will move up to a Shudra.
After you achieve the highest level, then your soul released back to Brahman.
And now we're going live to the field with Addison and Malia.
Hi, I'm Addison. And I'm Malia. Today we are going to talk about Atman. First off, what is Atman? Hindus believe that everything is part of Brahman, including the human soul called Atman. Wow, just like they say, you learn something new every day. Speaking of, which is a better way to understand this?
A better way of understanding is imagine Brahman adds this bowl of water, and every Atman is a drop of water in that bowl.
But why is Brahman like the sea?
Well, Hindus believe that Brahman is everything, so he would be the sea.
Like the water cycle?
Yes, it is. So in that metaphor, Brahman is the sea.
Yes, we have already established that.
Yes, anyways, so the Atman are little drops of water that fall from clouds.
So rain?
Yes, rain. But how Hindus think of it is you live in the sea, so you're a toddler, and then you live your life in the sea, and then until you pass away, and then you are reborn from the clouds as a baby.
Wait, so they believe in rebirth?
Yes, but not exactly like you're born, you die, and then you're born again. Hindus have social classes. When you are in a class and you live a good life, you move up. If you live a bad life, you move down.
What if you're in the lowest class and you live a bad life?
I was just about to get to that. So when you live a bad life and you're in the lowest class, you are reborn as an animal.
So what happens when you're in the highest class and you live a good life?
Well, your soul is finally free from the cycle of rebirth.
But why should they go to Brahman?
Well, they go to Brahman because all water eventually makes it back to the sea, right? Well, just like the sea, Brahman is the top god, so they go back to him.
Brahman is a part of everything in the world. He recreates and destroys everything, so nothing ends. Back to our anchors, Anna and Destiny.
Thank you. Now we're going to look at the weather and sun with Tori and Sarah.
Then we will look at the seasons.
Thank you, Destiny and Anna.
The sun rose at around 6:30 a.m. and it should be dark by 9:15 p.m.
What? It's going away forever? Oh no!
Don't worry, Brahman isn't going to fail us. He'll bring back the sun again tomorrow.
Oh, well, I knew that.
Are you sure you did?
Don't ask stupid questions.
Anyway, you should know by now that the cycle of the sun is always destroying and recreating, so don't worry, the sun will come back again. As you see here, it comes back, it comes towards the west with his little mustache, goes towards the west, and then Brahman will recreate it, so then we see the light of day again. I'm so tired of explaining this every time.
And to Christian and Elizabeth with the seasons.
Now we're going to talk about the seasons. Right now it is winter, so we don't see the sun very much.
But soon it will be spring, summer, fall, and back to winter again.
The cycle of the seasons relates to the cycle of creating, preserving, destroying, and recreating.
Now that winter is here soon, it will be much colder than summer. What if it goes 0 below?
Then you should stay warm by having lots of blankets and making a fire in the fireplace.
Thank you all for that. Now we're going to pass it off to Ruby, Eileen, Colin, Simon, and Denise to talk about temples.
Welcome back to Hindu News. I'm Ruby Earhart. And I'm Ireland Lockridge. We are reporting live from India on temples and why we have them.
Temples? I have temples. They're right here. In fact, I have 2.
Not those temples.
Then what temples?
A Hindu temple is a place of worship for followers of Hinduism. A Hindu temple is, we have temples because Hindus like to meditate and worship inside temples.
Oh.
Oh, here's someone that probably knows some about how we decorate temples. Hi, what's your name?
Oh, my name's Colin.
Do you know how Hindu temples are decorated?
Yeah, who doesn't?
Tell us about it.
Okay, Hindu temples are often very large, and they are always decorated. Another fact is they're always facing east towards the rising sun. The buildings are carved with carvings and sculptures to share with the gods the Hindu stories. Inside is a tower and a small shrine. Hindus often go to the temples even still today to express their love for the gods.
Is that what social studies is like?
Thanks, Colin. I bet this young girl right here knows how Hindus painting their foreheads. Hey, what's your name?
Danica.
Do you know anything about Hindus painting their foreheads?
Yes, I do. Well, many people in India, especially the people who follow the Hindu religion, paint their foreheads. Forehead workings identify a person's third eye, or what Hindus believe is the center of a person's nervous system, the area which person can see spiritual truth.
You're crazy smart.
Wow, I've never heard of that before. Thanks for sharing that with us. Oh, look, I bet this young man walking by knows what's in Hindu temples. What's your name?
Simon.
Do you know anything about what's inside Hindu temples?
Of course I do.
Tell us about it.
Well, temples are normally dedicated to one primary god. Often they collaboratively decorated on the outside with stone or plaster carving, depicting religious stories, and their decoration is specific to the deity being worshipped. Mythological scenes of everyday and important political events, such as royal coronations, conquest, and celebrations.
How do you know all that?
I did a bunch of research. It pays it off.
Well, thank you for explaining all that to us.
Now I understand. Well, kind of.
Now back to Anna and Destiny.
Thanks for watching today. See you all later. Bye. Next week we will have more about Hinduism.